Good afternoon, welcome to another video. Hope you're well. Something a little bit different this time. I've decided to come out today, and as the title suggests, I'm going to clear a swim. Now, those of you who watch the videos over on the main vlogging channel will probably recognise this swim if I spin you around. I've been fishing a couple of times recently over towards that fallen tree over there, making the most of it, because I don't think it's going to last very long, to be honest. By the time we get some winter floods, I think that'll go, because I'm not sure if you'll make it out, but all the roots have come away from the bank. It's not hanging on by anything at the moment, it's just sitting there, so I think it'll get washed away before too long. And we've made this peg here, because it'll still be a decent area to fish. This behind me, so a bit of a pinch point, the river narrows up and shallows. This is what I nicknamed Otter Alley several years ago. However, things have settled down since then. There's a lot less otters about now. The sort of boom time for the otters is gone, and they've settled down, seem to settle down to sort of natural numbers. Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and find this swim, which is behind me here along the bank. It's probably about 20 or 30 metres, maybe 30 metres through there. So I've come out today to get through this lot, or attempt to get through this lot, and see if we can find it. I've just got a few bits with me. I've got the garden strimmer from home, which is more of a lawn edger than a strimmer, but we might have a go with that. So we can clear some of these stingers out. And I've got just an old bank stick to try and knock some of these stingers down, and we'll see if I can find a way through these willows. And then, as I say, there's a swim, which I haven't fished for 6 or 7 years probably, through there, which I actually made. I found some old, well, we'll see if we get through. I found some old staging there. Well, sort of scaffold poles, there's no staging left on it. I fixed a pallet to it. I'm just wondering if it's still there. As I say, I haven't seen it for about 6 or 7 years. Let's get through here, see if we can find it. As you can probably see through there's a willow falling down, so it's right in our way, but we'll get around it somehow. Just a case of trying to find the path of least resistance, really, through here. Oh, this is a real pain with how this willow's coming down. Just don't know which way to go. So guys, we've got this massive stinging nettles and fallen tree. I need to get through that way. But, yeah, bit by bit I think. I'm now thinking we should have gone around that way, to be honest. Well, the dog's through. Didn't really realise the extent of this fallen down willow. Suffice to say, I'm not going to be bringing much gear down here, that's for sure. Well, we're not a million miles away. I think it's down there. But as I say, another willow's come down here, all across the path. Or our path, not exactly a path. Yeah, it's through there. I think it might be easier to come around here. Well, it's the right limbo into there, but yeah, we're nearly there. So we just want to get down there. I think it's just stingers now, which is what I thought was going to be all the way, to be honest. Aha. Looking good. What are you doing, you pillock? Come out the way. Blimey. Well, we've reached the river. Well, you can probably see the river just over there. I think we've come out about the right place. Be very careful where I stand here. That's going to be river very shortly. It's just going to take a bit of clearing if we're going to fish here. Blimey. Just from a casting point of view. Yeah, see, the river's just there. I'm trying to find where this old platform was. I've got a feeling it's here. We have to be very careful, yeah, because the river just starts and it's really deep right in the edge. Hence this old staging that was there, that old scaffold poles, because it's so deep in the edge. I don't know if it's an old boat mooring area or what, but we'll get down, we'll have a look, see if we can find it. Wow, the pallet is still here. Looks quite rotten. I'm not sure I'm going to be standing on it. Yeah, it's falling to pieces. It is here. Well, that's brilliant because I actually have a pallet at home, which I need to get rid of. So that's perfect. I can come down here. As I say, I need to be very, very careful. I put my feet here. There's one metal pole. Like I said, there's like a metal frame here. And I fixed this pallet to it. As I say, probably 8 years ago. Cable tied it on. Like I say, it's still here. It's very rotten, but it's still here. Oh, that's fantastic. As I say, I've got a bit of a room to cast. Yeah, as I say, that pallet's there. Fairly rotten, as you can see. But we found it. Clear this out and then we'll bring that pallet down and I've got it home and replace this one. Ah, yeah, here it is. Now I'm finding it. Got to be very careful, like I say. It's deep in the edge here. As you can see, you wouldn't want to go in. It's at least 3 foot deep right here. I used to have to do this every year, but it was a lot easier without all these fallen willows. I'll bring you out, you'll see just how lovely it is. What about that? It's just a nice little area through here. So I used to fish it pre-otter days. And used to fish the ledger sort of into dusk. It was always quite productive here. Used to catch barbel in here, carp, big old chub as well. Used to come in, chuck a bit of bait in a couple of times a week and come and fish it. But like I say, the otters moved in, the village is putting an artificial halt just along here, not very far. And this place has got absolutely hammered. Really, really hammered, as did all the surrounding areas. But I think my reading of the situation is that the otters sort of made hay, had loads of babies for 4 or 5 years. But there were lots of big fish about that didn't know what an otter was. However, they've nailed all them, or most of them. So now the numbers have dropped. They've had to thin out because there's less food about, and that's my reading of the situation. And so I thought perhaps it might be worth giving this a go again. I say it's a lovely run. You could run the waggler through here. Certainly, I remember it used to be quite thick of streamer weed in here. So if you wanted to feed a fish, you had to go over the other side, sort of under the trees. And that's certainly an option as well. But yeah, this is going back a long time. I think perhaps just about when I first started the channel, I used to come down here occasionally. I'd certainly fish it differently these days. But how's about that? It's cracking, isn't it? We've got a way in now. Fantastic. Right, I think that'll do for now. What do you reckon, dog? Yeah? Go home and have some dinner. So it's the following day, and as you can see, I've got the pallet down here. I've grunted it down the field, grunted it down the bank to here. So what we've got to do is feed it through the way we made yesterday. Round through here, through all the trees, the fallen trees, and round there into the swim, about 15 metres round that way. Right, time to get a sweat on. Right, we're in. What I'm going to do is have a little bit of a clear and get rid of the remnants of the old pallet. Cut away some of these reeds here, and we'll get this one in. We'll have a little bit of a clear of some of this foliage as well, and just behind, just so we can get a bit of a back casting when we pull the rod back to cast. We don't want to be just getting stuck in all the trees. We'll only clear out the very minimum. It'd be nice to have a nice little secluded swim in here. Right. Hard work. Didn't realise that pallet was quite as heavy as it is. proper big, but I should have known because we had some big concrete blocks delivered on it, so it's going to be a strong one, isn't it? So it's in. If I get out of the way, you'll be able to see. As I mentioned, there's a horizontal, what looks like scaffold pole. I think they are old scaffold poles running across that way. There's this one at the end here, so I've cable tied the pallet to that cross piece in there, just purely for when the river comes up, and it will come up past there on occasion, especially the winter coming. Just when it comes up, this won't float away. That's the idea. Cable ties certainly worked last time, so I'm hoping they'll work again. There's the remnants of the old pallet down there, which we shall take away and dispose of. But yeah, cracking. Got a nice stance as well on here now. It's nice because it's almost a full top pallet. It's got some big planks on top of it. There's not too many gaps, so that's good. We've got a nice panoramic vista in here, which I'll show you. So that's looking upstream. Once again, that's the willow over there that's fallen, that I've been trotting to recently. You can actually see now that somebody's been cutting off some of the branches there. I guess the navigational trust, easy for me to say. We've been cutting that off. We come round, we've got some cover on the other side. Some nice cover down there and in here. As I say, I used to fish this, 5, 6, 7 years ago, maybe longer than that, and it was all full of streamer weed in here. Used to be. I can see the odd bit now. There's a little bit of colour to the river. It looks lovely. I'll actually come down here before too long. It looks cracking. But as you can see, we've got a nice run down. We can cast out. We can run the float down if we want, or we can ledger over the other side, which is what I used to do, the other side of the streamer weed. Catch some cracking fish in here. Yeah, great stuff. So all there is left to do really, just clear a little bit of this. As you can see, we've got a little bit of a corridor up there to get the get the rod back and back out again. We'll just clear a few of these leaves away and then we're done. Can't imagine for a minute you want to see me chopping away at this tree, so I think we'll finish the video there. But that's something a bit different. I hope you enjoyed it, and you'll certainly see me, as I say, over on the other channel, the main channel, the vlog channel, which is called Avon Angling. You'll see me over on there, and I'll link you in the description up there, and there'll be a link at the end of this video as well to get over to that channel. That's where all the fishing vlogs are. So you can go over there, and I will certainly be fishing in here before very long. You'll see this swim, I'm sure. But for now, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed that, something a bit different. Tight lines, enjoy your own angling when you get out there. Many thanks to the channel patrons for your fantastic support, and I'll see you all again very soon.